Hey, Unity-related folk, Matthew from Aztez here. This came up before on one of the mailing lists, but I just thought I'd make a quick video out of curiosity. So the general problem with Unity and multi-platform projects are that a lot of the inspectors only show the platforms that are available on that installation of Unity. So for instance, here I have a plugin selected, and this is our Xbox Unity VM, and this is our PS4 Unity VM, and you'll see that I actually can't see all of the checkboxes on any given platform. And this holds true for other things too. Most problematically, like quality settings will only show you the quality that's installed, and especially player settings. But all the data is still there. Like in player settings, I can just change it to debug inspector and scroll down, and you'll see that all the Xbox stuff is here, the Wii U stuff is here. Everything is in there except that all the inspectors only show up if you have those platforms installed on that system. And the big problem with that is some of the console platform holders maintain their own licenses and control those licenses, so you're never going to get one installation that has all the consoles installed. It's just not a possibility. Like Sony's not going to give you a license that also has Switch activated. So I was curious about it, if there was a possible workaround at all, and there sort of is, but I wouldn't dare to use it in production. But I thought I'd make this video in case anybody was curious what I was up to. So first, I went to the Matt Ricks decompiled repository. He has the blessing from Unity to do this, which is pretty cool, and it's just all the code from the Unity editor and Unity engine namespaces decompiled. So the plugin inspector actually extends from asset importer inspector, and the problem there is this is actually an internal class, so I couldn't really override the inspector and then call underneath it. But this is the line that's getting all the valid build targets, and it's asking module manager if the platform is supported and if the support is loaded. It's actually asking if it's not supported, so I'm pretty sure this is actually a bug within Unity, but whatever. So the question, out of just pure curiosity, I was wondering if it's possible to patch the Unity Editor DLL to do this, and it turns out it is. And here's a quick video on how to do that. So the tools I'm using, ILSpy, which is a free .NET decompiler, and then a plugin for it. So pardon the garbage on this VM. Open up the Unity Editor DLL just off my install, and then browsing it to the modules module manager here. So there's a couple different functions. Is platform supported? Is platform support loaded? Is it a registered module? And do we have a license for the build target? I actually don't think this function is used anywhere. But there's a plugin for ILSpy called Reflexil, which is basically a UI for Cecil, which is a command line mono tool to manipulate intermediate language bytecode. So here's this actual function, and you can just kind of inspect it. But is platform supported? You can either put in your own IL opcodes for everything, or there's actually, you can right click and do replace all with code. So, is platform supported? You can just make this return true. And it gives you stubs for all the methods and all the fields in case you were trying to reference those in this function call. But in this case, we aren't referencing anything, so you can just delete those and hit compile. And the actual bytecode to return true is just set it to 1 and then return that value. So you can just do that. I had trouble with copying and pasting the bytecode, and then so I was actually just doing this process for all of these. Replace all with code, return true, and do that to all these functions, and then just scroll to the very top and right-click on this and do save as. And with that set, here's back in my Unity on my desktop, and lo and behold, it's actually showing all of them. There's different functions in place for controlling quality settings and player settings. It's actually talking to build window. I tried patching that, and I started getting null refs in weird places, and things got strange. And I'm not 100% certain that the extensions for different platforms don't actually have their own inspectors and things for those. So I'm not, I mean, even at this point, I wouldn't even try to do this. But in terms of anybody from Unity that's watching this, there's really, especially for plugin imports, there's really no reason not to show all of the checkboxes. This is just an enum that we have available to us. And I get that in the publishing settings for a console, there might be kind of more NDA-ish stuff under there. But at the same time, all that data is available already to anybody who just changes it to debug. So it'd be great to have a checkbox in advanced preferences or something, just to like show me all platforms. Don't really care if I have that actual build player installed or if I have a license for it. Like, just let me modify the checkboxes. But anyway, mostly just an exercise in can you patch the Unity DLLs, and the answer is actually kind of yes, which is cool. All right, I've rambled long enough. All right, later.